Auntie.
Apa? We on not? They can hear us, right? No. Live.
Hello, good evening. Good
Hello,
evening, Sharon.
Auntie.
Hello, Auntie. Good evening, another auntie.
No.
No manners.
Yeah. Everybody understand.
Very bright and pink. Thank you for joining us on Sewing and Slippers with my Sharon and Selena.
Selena.
So
And we have a special guest, Linda.
so it's a really special with us. Yeah, very special topic, and thank you for joining us. Before we, it's just some logistics and things like that. If you are joining us from LinkedIn, great. If you have any problems, please jump in. It's also probably a lot easier if you're having any problems. Sound tak cantik, guys. So thank you. Give us some feedback. Apparently, sound tak berapa cantik. I have my team here trying to fix it. So with us, we will make it cantik.
Kenapa tak cantik?
Keep the feedback coming.
It's not loud enough or it's a bit off.
Yeah. It's a bit off, as in it's probably not very clear. So we're working on that. Okay.
Me too.
We're gonna just say hello to a couple of people that has joined us before we go into the other introduction. And so as usual, we have Chris. Thank you again.
Always number one on the line.
Always. Yeah. We have Prema. What else have we got here? Go ahead. I can't.
Oh, you can't see?
Yeah.
You want spectacle, no?
Yeah, I think I need the sangkong leh.
Okay, Clancy,
Yeah,
welcome, my amazing, wonderful sister, Miss Linda.
Wow.
Hello. Azri, hi Azri. Eric. Okay. Eric was just basically showing the YouTube link as well. Sue, hi Sue. Sue is watching through LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah.
Hi,
Our
Anna.
karaoke buddy.
More singing.
Yes. Ziki. Thanks for coming in.
Okay. Darren.
Robotics now. Kejap ada, kejap tak ada. This one special lah ni. Okay, Hannah was saying that Sharon is clear, Selena's mic may be too high. Not talking too loud enough, maybe.
Okay. Carry on.
Okay, Sue M, good evening, ladies. Just jump over to YouTube from LinkedIn. Okay, whichever way you're dialing in, thank you for staying with us. Thank you, Sue. Darren, hi Darren. I think you're on. Thanks for dialing in. And yes, if you walk into Icon this week, he's on the house, right? Darren, yes, come to the house. from Darren. Thank you, Darren. There's a LinkedIn user that says, "Hello, ladies." Okay, Lorraine says she's dialing in from LinkedIn. Lorraine, maybe you want to switch into YouTube. See, usually the YouTube is according to the directors. Oh, good. Okay, Eric, save the day again.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
One more time, Linda. We have 1 whole hour, which is not time for us to share your entire journey with us. So, in conjunction with the breast cancer awareness month, we have a guest, Linda, and I'll leave the introduction behind. Before that, just a quick one. Ni lagi. Apa ni? We've got a lot of orders.
Okay. So these are these pink duckies. I used to be involved in a lot of all these Pink October events. So Pink October is actually very significant for me because we used to run a campaign, and this particular campaign was very memorable for me. We actually sold all these little pink duckies, and then for charity, so people will basically buy them for charity, and after that, there is a decorate your ducky contest. So they decorate it, and then you judge the most beautiful duck will win the contest. So these are my ducky. Obviously, they didn't win any contest because they were not qualified for the contest, being organizers. But I this was like I think it was in 2011, and so happened this event was co-organized together with Dr. Dave. Right. So later we're gonna talk about Dr. Dave happened to be your breast surgeon as well. So coincidentally, when you mentioned Dr. Dave, wow,
Yes.
right? What are the odds? So I kept all these little ducks in my room. The purpose of it being duck is because the message don't duck it. So the message to all ladies is don't duck your breast checks, don't duck your mammograms because early detection really cures. And we're gonna hear from Linda her journey of early detection, which basically helped her. Right? So hence my little duckies here. And maybe go to Linda. So Linda is a friend of mine, which we met through some organization and things like that. So we joke about it. Does it feel a bit deep, Selena? Yeah.
Not that bad.
Yeah. Okay. So Linda has been a great friend, and recently I found out that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Yeah, that was last year, and she beat it. Right, she beat it. And I listened to her story, and I felt that her story can basically help a lot of other women about this as well, the journey and things and how to go through with it, how to face that news when somebody tells you the result of your biopsy, right? So, yeah, Linda, maybe you want to share your journey with us about this.
Okay. Well, to begin, I think I look at things very differently from the point of I've been through health crisis before the breast cancer. I think in total I had like 4 health crises. And those like 96, 98 were like thyroid cancer, very initial. Okay. I had pituitary gland tumor, which wasn't cancer, but had to go through that surgery. I mean, all of that is in the past, but I went through a life phase, which I didn't realize then when I had COVID. I had COVID with oxygen depleted from my body without me realizing. I'm the type that I didn't gasp for air. I didn't have no shortness of breath, nothing. So
No symptoms at all. You could just do
I
your normal
thought,
stuff.
yeah, when I had
I mean, the coughing and all those, you had it?
initially when I had it, I thought it was just no flu kind of thing. And I was coughing. So the cough gave me chest pain. So I thought the chest pain was because of the cough. It never occurred to me it's because oxygen was depleted from body, and that was the reason why I was feeling so tired and the chest was hurting. I didn't realize that. But when I was assessed at the stadium, at that point in time, we didn't have vaccination yet.
Yeah.
It was in May of 2021, we didn't have vaccination. So I had to go to the stadium. That's when, at that point, my oxygen level was only 87. That's when they rushed me, to Sungai Buloh. I must say, it was pretty impressed the way they handled the
Efficient.
whole situation.
With the oxygen level of 8, you didn't feel anything.
I was just very lethargic. I was really very tired.
Mm.
I was really hanging by the thread. But otherwise, right, I wasn't gasping for air. I wasn't, really short of breath. But that entire journey, having COVID, not realizing that I was in a very life-threatening situation. I didn't realize that. When I was in the emergency ward, when they pumped me with the medicine or whatever the steroids, whatever medicine, it stabilized me from, I think I slept from 2:30 to 7:30. When I woke up, I felt a lot better. For the 2 days that I was home prior to the assessment, I didn't eat already. I lost appetite, I was weak, but I wasn't, again, I didn't feel like, I was dying without oxygen coming. I wasn't. But after the administration of medicine, after that 5 hours of sleep, I felt a lot better. So I thought I stabilized already. They pushed me to a ward, which I thought wasn't ICU. So I thought it was a normal ward. I didn't realize that it was a high ward. By the third day, the patient said he passed on. She was an elderly Chinese
that's
woman.
so scary, right?
Then the fourth day, diagonally across me, the elderly Chinese woman passed on. My fifth day, opposite me, her husband passed on. That's when I realized, oh my God, I am not out of the woods yet. I'm very much still, in danger. That's when I told myself, get out here. The energy here is way too low. We have to get out.
Right.
And truly that night, I was pushed to a more stable ward. I was in there for like 10 days. And every time when they asked me to remove the oxygen mask, my oxygen level was only 89. So I didn't realize. They sort of picked up that, something is wrong because my oxygen level went to 89. That's when they, I think 7th day, they asked for a CT scan to be done. And it's through the CT scan that we discovered that the left lung was like 25% white. That means it's damaged already. The right was 50% white. So it's already, I went through the virus attacked the lung. So all that time I was so fatigued, I was so tired, was because the virus was attacking the lungs.
So, I mean, you've already gone through so much at this stage, right?
But the point, but having gone through that, right, I wasn't fearful, I wasn't anxious or anything like that. The moment they pushed me to the normal ward, people around me, there were only 4 people per ward. Because of, increasingly more mistakes, there were 5 of us in the ward. Out of the 5, I'm the strongest inverted commas. But I didn't know that I'm the only one with such extent lung damage. The rest of them, yet they were weaker than I. I think it's because of the way I look at things. The way I just look at things differently from others. I didn't realize it. But when I came out of it, when the doctor with the CT scan, right, the doctor came and told me the extent of damage to the lungs. My oxygen level, acceptable level is 88 to 90. So I say, if it's 88 to 92, does it mean that our entire oxygen level, right, will be distributed evenly? He says no. The heart, all the oxygen will go to the heart. The first thing that came to my mind was, good God, if everything goes to the heart, then my other organs should die lah. No oxygen, not enough oxygen, right? And I think because of that, he told me, I will have a very different lifestyle. I need to go for therapy. I need to go for management of lifestyle because I can no longer do all the things that I could do before. When he said that, in my head, I just rejected it. I didn't accept it. I just said to myself, that is other people's experiences, not mine. I just never accepted it. And I think because of that, I was very determined to chart my own journey, my own recovery.
Yeah, yeah. So, wow. I mean, that itself, we haven't even touched
to the breast cancer
on breast
part.
cancer.
Yeah, this is only the COVID
But
part.
but I understand that whole context because I think that made you so much more positive, and that mind frame that you had, so much so that when you talk us through what happened and the time frame between what you went through and the actual
I think
diagnosis.
it's when the doctor told me, right, the kind of lifestyle I'm going to have, right, I just cannot accept. And because I cannot accept, I think I was so desperate for health. I was so focused on getting better. And that doctor was really nice. I forgot his name though. He was really kind. He taught me how to exercise. He explained that, when we have a cut on our body, the wound on the outside, when it heals, it's the same with the inside. The fact that the lungs, the nerves damaged, right? When it's scarred, it sort of clumped together. I need to ensure that I do breathing exercises and whatnot to make sure that the lungs expand. And I diligently did that. And when I did that, I realized that I'm in a very meditative state. And during that period, I have learned Qigong before. 10 years earlier, I've learned Qigong before. But I never practiced that, obviously. Very naughty, never did practice.
But as a person, have you always been like this? When somebody tell you this Linda is going to be like that, but you say, no,
Yeah.
I don't believe in this,
I'm stubborn in that respect.
Okay, so that kind of helped you in that
Correct.
sense, right? You just have your
I
own
look
way
at-
of doing things.
Correct.
Okay.
I just don't accept. The more you say cannot, I've got that quiet determination to say that
Yeah, I'm going
that's
to fight this.
you saying it, not me.
Yeah.
Okay. But by the way, if anybody is curious, Linda is basically a lawyer by profession.
Yeah. I'm legally trained.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think the way I look at life is very different. Maybe because of, I believe in, walking through life is a lifestyle. It's a way of life. I practice the principles of Buddhism is the Dharma practice, So you do good, you will receive good. But when bad things happen, I don't question why. Why me? Why does it happen to me? I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I don't. I just accept it as it is.
Which is not easy because people tend to basically, the minute something hit you, it's like, why me, right? What did I do?
Yeah, I mean, the
to get
emotional
this?
state is, to be able to say, I think that's a process as well to reach acceptance. But I'm going to jump into the, since we are, Pink October, can you walk us through after that, what happened and how you got diagnosed with the breast cancer so that we can share a little bit more on this journey that you've gone through?
When I had COVID stage 4 in May of 2021, when I was diagnosed with having 50 to 75% lungs damage, I was so determined to get my health back. And I was very diligent. I was so in tune with what my body needed because I'm mentally a very strong-willed person. So I'm very strong-willed in terms of my mind over matters. But when I didn't have health, I became very in tune with what my body needed. And lo and behold, in 28 days, when I went for my first follow-up, my lungs was completely cleared. The left lungs were all black. The right, there were only a little bit of white at the bottom. Now it was completely healed. And when I look back, how did I do that? How did I, manage to heal myself?
So it's very much mind over matter.
Yeah, because I was so focused on getting what I want. I just want my health back. So I was asked this question. I attended a wellness camp that was organized by Pink Ribbon. This was back in May, and we did sharing. And one of the participants asked me, said, didn't you, not even a teeny bit of depressed, you being depressed, or at least cry, that you were in a hospital all by yourself, nobody to come and visit you whatsoever. I said there was no time for that, because all I was focused on is to get out of the hospital and be well.
Okay.
And I got that.
So COVID was, this was what year again? It's
May 2021.
May 2021. And
I
then-
was fully out of it by end of June.
Okay.
I was completely healed, but I needed to ensure that, although the lungs recovered, but functionally it's not optimal as yet. So I took it easy because I knew that the body has gone through so much stress.
Right.
So I made sure that, July, August, I was still, taking it easy. But my papa fell sick. My papa was 94 that year, last year. Sorry, 93 in 2021. He started being sick after the vaccination, and that was in September. And I made that conscious decision to look after, be the caregiver for my dad together with my sister. That was in 2021. During that period, I think I didn't look after my health because all attention was on Papa. Then suddenly in August of 2022, that period of time, from the time that I started looking after Papa, everything was on him, that I didn't look after myself. I started having really bad sinus attack, and I have not had that for 20 over years. So when I had that, it sort of like triggered me to be concerned that, okay, this I've not had for 20 over years, something is wrong for me to have it again. So I decided to go for checkup, and to be fair, audience, let me tell you, it's not right. I didn't go for any kind of checkup or health screening whatsoever for 18 years until last year.
Guilty as charged, huh?
Guilty as charged.
Right.
And when it happened and I went for the health screening, detected that there was this lump. I had to do mammogram, ultrasound and whatnot. I was lucky. I went to the right hospital, Beacon Hospital. I chose the...
Why did you go to, I mean, there were so many hospitals. Why did you?
Because it was cheap. Because it was 1,899 for a health screening.
Very fair.
But they give you offer 899. So very happy.
So there was a offer package.
Yes.
So that's why you went
That's
for
the
that.
only reason
Okay.
why I went to Beacon
Fair enough.
Hospital.
Okay.
But it's
Marketing?
Absolutely. Pricing? Absolutely.
correct.
Okay, that's brilliant. So what we're going to do is just, maybe walk through the flow of the minute you found out. Is that okay?
after-
Like how you got, when you went in, you got your screening. So then you got, how do you find out? about
From the health screening,
Screening,
that's
okay.
when I discovered that, there was this lump in the breast, in the left breast, and I had to do
I
ultrasound.
want to pull out the...
Carry on.
So during the ultrasound, the result, it has to be sort of like the breast surgeon has to be the one to go through the ultrasound and give you the result. So they gave me a choice, and I unknowingly chose the best breast surgeon, Dr. Devanat. And I was really very lucky when I look back, right? I was at the right place, met the right surgeon who recommended me to the right oncologist. Because when I went for the wellness camp, the one that I told you about being Pink Ribbon, I noticed that a lot of people go for second, third, fourth opinions. I didn't go through that. The moment I went through the health screening, it was positive. It is definitely cancerous. I met Dr. Dave, and Dr. Dave says, okay, surgery.
So when you received the result, what was on your mind?
What was
I
the
was very
emotions?
calm. I wasn't anxious,
Yeah, I
fearful.
know.
because
what are you
of
made
what
of?
no,
Because of what you went through.
because of what I've gone through with COVID, because of what I could do in myself in that 28 days, I knew I've got this.
Wait. To everyone out there, this lady is superwoman, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
why?
I will be
Strong,
beside
yeah.
myself. I'll be like, Auntie,
Yeah.
you know, I'll be calling you and I'll be crying
Before
my
I
heart out.
even received the result, I wouldn't be sleeping for.
Yeah.
No, probably because I accept it as it is. You know, I accept the fact that I had COVID. I had accept.
You didn't know about it before the biopsy is confirmed, right? The result of the biopsy, because you found
No, the
lump
moment
around-
the mammogram result came out, right? Immediately the hospital called and said, "I think, ma'am, you need to come in for ultrasound." Okay, so I'm like, "Why?
I would have fainted when I received that call, right?
you know that there is something, right?
Yeah, the fact that she said that, I'm like, okay, you know, I have to go in for ultrasound. Then she said that
okay. Then I said, oh shit.
I mentioned this to, yeah, I was very calm. I wasn't fearful. I wasn't anxious. No, it's because of what I've gone through with COVID that I knew I could heal.
Condition. It's like, okay, I
But
had
because
one
I
condition,
could
now
do it.
another condition, you know.
She went through that and she came out of it, I think. So
Exactly. And I knew that I am
You will
in
get out
charge.
of it again.
I am so in charge that I could get myself out of that, and that was so life-threatening. I could get out of
This
this.
is what positive
It is.
mindset.
It is. If you guys have any questions, feel free to also add. You know, it's a two-way. You know, at any one point you want to ask Linda any questions, please
Yeah.
do feel free. That's what she's here for
Yes.
us to share,
Correct.
spread awareness. If you want to talk
That,
about
that the fact that someone tells you that you've got cancer of whatever condition, you can beat this.
yeah.
You've got this. You just have to make sure
So
that you
it's
know.
not a death sentence.
No, it's not at all.
You know what you guys can't feel is the vibes here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I feel her vibes, and
Really?
I'm
Yes.
definitely, you know, taking it all in because the strength that Linda has and the determination is like no other. So I'm just going to go through the next thing that, you know, so now we know that, you know, you've already have the results,
Yeah.
Diagnosed.
right? And the doctor is seeing you, and then what, you're arranging treatment and then surgery?
I think meeting Dr. Dave, the first meeting that I've had with him, he gave me that comfort. His bedside manners, his demeanor, you know,
Yes.
he's very calm, okay, very soft spoken, you know, and he just like, you know, said it's okay, you know, it's
Gave
from
you
my experience,
assurance,
yeah, already
and it's also an early detection as well,
correct,
right? Which
correct.
really helps. When we were running all this campaign, one of the things that I feel very sad about is that we've seen many cases where it's just too late. Because
Yeah.
you know, with breast cancer, it's all about early detection. So once you discover the lump, they can just pick it out
Correct.
and you know, some
From the
radio,
time
yeah.
from the time that the health screening results came out in September, I went through surgery a month later.
We're going to take a couple of comments,
Yeah.
Linda,
Oh, okay.
because I think we've got some questions for you as well. Okay, so we've got a comment that Dr. Dave from Ung Boha saying that Dr. Dave is one of the best.
Yes,
Yes.
he is.
Oh, right.
Doctor,
He is
for her
caring
is one
doctor.
of my friend as well. I mean, we used to work together, and she runs together with us. We were running all this breast cancer awareness campaign together with Dr. Dave as well. Yeah, so he's really passionate about
Very. And
about curing this disease.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have one from Prema as well. Do you want to take this one?
Yes, Prema says that Linda, you are incredible.
thank you.
The level of acceptance you have is quite unique. And your faith, especially in yourself, even after watching 3 deaths occur in front of you, is totally incredible.
You know, the first thing that struck me, okay, when I realized it, I wasn't like afraid for myself that I'm going to die. It just never struck me at all. all I could think of is, good God, I need to get out of here. The energy here is so low. I need to get out of here because I've got a
Now you
daughter.
feel her energy.
That's
I've got
really
a
fair.
daughter
Yeah.
who needs to go for
Amazing, yes.
university. I need to work.
And you
I need
know
to
that
get
in
out of
order
here.
for you to get better, you need some positivity, and it's not there, right? You just need to get
Yeah, I
to
just
the
need
next
to get
stage.
out of there.
fair. Yeah.
It's like what they say, don't surround yourself with negative people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so another one from Hannah. Would you say that even before COVID, you consider yourself as having
A positive mindset, yes.
Yeah.
I think when I hit 40, I think, I started looking at things very differently. I learned Qigong, and from Qigong, right, it's about self-healing, using the Qi, your energy, okay, to self-help yourself. When I went through COVID, all the things that I've learned from Qigong came back. Everything that I've learned in 2013, which I didn't practice for 10 years, right? It all came back. I was so clear, and I had that clarity of mind to know exactly what to do.
It's like the foundation has been built.
Correct.
Right? So like they say, if you do it, extensively when you're younger, it's never wasted, right? At some
Yes.
point, you might need it later. Another one from Linda. Let's take this from Roy as well.
Yeah.
Hi Roy, thanks for dialing in.
Yeah, says, how do you keep yourself healthy now?
I finished radiotherapy. Luckily, I didn't have to do chemotherapy. I only needed radiotherapy.
Early detection.
Correct, because of early detection. And I think, because of the years of experience that Dr. Dave has, and I have Dr. Ibrahim, who is my oncologist, and he's really great in the sense that he says, I don't want to be the one to tell you whether you need or don't need chemo. He wanted me to send the tumor test to UK, Prosigna test, I think, to determine the distant recurrence. So that gives me that assurance that it's
It
right.
is the right
Yeah.
treatment.
Actually, with or without that, I've already decided that I don't want chemo because of what I've gone through with COVID. I know I can beat this, but
So you
the pressure that I will get from
decided-
my family, from my husband,
I think it's still a reassurance, right?
yeah. So because of that, I don't need to go for chemo. I went for radiotherapy. I completed that 25 sessions in January. So from September, diagnosis, October, operation, totally everything over, clearly over by beginning of February. So it's a very short stint because it's early detection. When I went for the wellness camp, we realized this, we were told that many of the patients that come in is already stage 4. And I think you really, really have to be, you must really be, I can beat this in order to overcome stage 4. You know what I mean? Already people with stage 1, stage 2 is like, I'm dying,
Yeah.
But you're not. It's not a death sentence. That's why I'm here to tell you all. It's not.
But the problem with the stage 4 also, from what we have seen, is that because of the taboo about talking about breast,
Correct.
talking about breast health, we have seen many cases which, they come in too late.
Yes.
Right, and it's just basically spread all over already. And we check with them why didn't you come
Correct.
out and you knew about this and things like that.
Even self-examination,
Yeah,
right?
even self-examination. People, even they have done it, they found the lump, but they dare not say about it because it's breast. It's like taboo. A lot of culture it's still like that. You cannot
Well,
talk
we
about
wanted to
breast.
bring one here on
Yeah.
the show, even we hesitated.
Yeah, we wanted to bring a breast model and things, and we were a bit hesitant about it. Yeah. So somebody said, we can just have a live model, which is by the name of Eric Siu. So I rejected that. No, you guys, you're safe. No, I rejected that already. Yeah, but a lot of people, you have that problem where they don't want to talk about it. They don't come forward.
Correct.
Yeah, I guess the education
But
is very
I'm
important.
also guilty because I didn't go for all this health
Yes, you
screening.
didn't go for the health screening.
I didn't.
But
But
a
you
lot of
did.
cases
But
they
you still
found
did.
No. The reason why I had to go for it is because I felt something is not quite right.
Yeah.
And because I've gone through that, it's because I've gone through that.
So what was what was the thing? Because that was one of the questions that I have here.
Sorry,
was,
earlier on they asked, what do I do now to keep myself healthy?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
the
was
comment?
Roy's,
Yeah.
Roy's
Yeah,
question.
there was a comment.
So what do I do now? I started being diligent in going back to practice my qigong. So I try to do all this because the body needs a lot of oxygen to beat cancer. So I make sure that I try. This past 10 days, no luck, busy, but no excuses.
Guilty?
Yeah, no excuses. Got to start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So routine exercises
yeah.
does help.
Diet.
Yeah.
You know, it comes to food.
You said that you went for the screening because you felt something was amiss, right? You were
Yeah, the sinus attack, which
was
I've
the
not
sign- so that
had
was
for
the only
many
thing.
years.
Okay. So at least you listened, huh? You
Yes.
listened, and then you did something about it. So a lot of us would just say, "Ayah, nothing lah.
Yeah.
It's just another, you know."
Panadol.
Correct.
Let's
I'm that kind of person, mind over matter.
We are. You
Yeah.
know, we're. Okay, so talk us through a little bit. I wanted to know a little bit about the. I know you were you're so strong, so much so that, you know, what was it like for the people around you? You know, like your family. You know, I mean, you were obviously you were, you know, you're concentrating about being strong, but what about?
I think
Your-
when you know exactly where you're going, what you need to do, people around you will feel very, you know, they don't feel anxious at all. Like my husband, my daughter,
They were calm because you were.
because I was calm, because I took it, you know, very easy. So my husband and my daughter is okay. My immediate family, my brother, my sister, you know, because I am taking charge. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not kanchiong or anxious or fearful. I wasn't at all because of what I've gone through with COVID.
Wow.
Well, I know one thing's for sure, Auntie.
Yes, Auntie.
If anything happens to us, we're calling her.
Yes.
Yes, by all
she
means.
is the
I
We're
will
gonna have
give
to
you that
call you.
strength, okay? And say,
1-800 support.
yes.
You know,
Wow.
it's incredible.
You are-
I mean, it's triumph, resilience, is everything, right?
Yeah.
But,
But you can do it. I'm a nobody. It's not like I'm a somebody, spiritual healer, whatever. I am not. The fact that I can do it, every one of you can. Every one of you.
Yeah.
Changing your mindset, that's all.
So let's go a bit into the mindset even before the COVID, right? Would you say that you've, you know, this resilience, this positivity, I know a lot of it had to do with what you went through, but have this been built over the years?
Yes.
Even since at a very young age. So for all the viewers who are, you know, I have a lot of 20-something-year-olds, right, who are worried about a lot of things in life. How do you build such resilience to fight bigger? I mean, they are worried about whether they're going to find the right boyfriend, girlfriend, or whether they
No,
are
whether they can get the next Jung Ho Yao concert or,
or ticket or
some
you know.
singers concert ticket or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
so they're worried about so many things, but what would it be that will prepare them for even bigger things, right? Like this kind of, you know.
I think overall, when you have that mindset, when you change your mindset to look at things differently, I started looking more into the spiritual aspect of it when my senior partner, she migrated to Canada. When she migrated to Canada, she has always been the front. I'm always, and mind you, she's only 5 feet, no? And I will squeeze my shadow behind her teeny weeny body, okay? Very happy. To do all the back work, and she just, suddenly she disappeared. She has migrated. I have to step forward, okay?
There you were, right? In
Yes,
front.
and I had to do what I needed to do. And because of that, right, it's all of a sudden, you know, I just grew up, you know. You have already been put in that position. Either you go all out for it, and I'm that kind of person. If I don't try to the best that I can, I don't want to look back and ask myself, what if? I hate that. I really hate that. So I told myself, I'm going to go all out. And when I went all out, right, I discovered that, oh, when I have faith in doing something and being focused, I will get it. You know, I would just get, and it's through trial and error that I learn, you know. They talk about this law of attraction and whatnot, right? Actually, if you really you experiment with it, right, it does work.
You know what? She should run her own show.
Oh,
Right?
I've been told yes.
I mean, definitely
We can do that for
a
you.
workshop to, you know,
I know,
definitely
right?
one
Yes.
workshop at least to say how, you know, how do we, I mean, I definitely can relate very well, and I think the younger ones will definitely benefit, especially when you say, you know, it's time, sometimes you get uncomfortable, right? And try and put yourself, just like what you said to me just now. Oh, by the way, Linda was not comfortable. coming
She's never done
on
No.
the
any
show
live
live.
show before.
Never.
Can you even tell?
Never. And I'm very conscious of, like, you know, because we are lawyers, we are always behind the scene. We are facilitators, you know. I'm not the litigation kind of lawyer, go to court, you know. I don't. So we are
Couldn't
always
tell. Can't tell
behind the scene. So now you're putting me, I have to look at camera. Wow. Thankfully, you know, I don't have to like look left, look right. I show like where.
We made it
Thankfully.
as straightforward, and she looked so comfortable. You won't have
I
guessed
know,
that
It's
this is her
because
first
you all
time.
make me feel very comfortable.
When I
Thank you.
called her to say, can you do this for us on the show? She said, oh no, I've never
No,
done this before.
I say
you
to
know.
myself, no, I
Let
have
me
to think about
she
it.
said, let me think over the weekend. So I showed her some videos that we had. And then she's like, am I supposed to, you know, go talk live or...
No, I think the reason why I say I want to think it over is because I've never done this, number one, and I know that I need to step out of my comfort zone. I know that through the wellness camp that I went, I realized that not many people look at things the way I do. And it is normal if you just change your mindset, if you look at things, right, positively. At every step of the way, things will go your way because you're focused on getting what you want.
You need to write a book or run a show.
I literally, when I was going through COVID, right, I literally wrote journals because people who knew that I was sick, if I don't tell them or update them on my status, right, people think that I've died already
Okay.
because many people were dying then.
Has that ever crossed your mind?
No, not at all. I just really found out a couple of months ago, my poor daughter, okay, I was in Sungai Buloh, my husband was quarantined in Serdang. She's the only one, thankfully, didn't get. So she was in my in-laws' house. I didn't know, she never told me until maybe about 4, 5 or 6 months ago that she thought that I would never walk out of the hospital,
Right. Yeah.
that I would never come back. It just never crossed my mind at all, okay?
Right.
I'm like, that's it, I need to,
getting out of
yeah,
here.
I'm getting out of here, I need
Focus
to.
was just to get out of here.
Correct. And when I was told that I don't have health, I was so focused on getting my health back, that's it, you know. The focus is just to get back my health.
You're just amazing. Okay, let's get back to some comments.
Here.
Qigong, wow,
Oh,
thank you, Linda. That was Hannah. So you are a fighter because you have a daughter. Way to go. New lesson for me on being a fighter.
Prema.
Prema is a fighter too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. K. Poher says how to keep positive momentum all the time, especially when you're not feeling well.
You see, I always believe, right, when
have
you
a special
plant.
pill that you take, is it?
No,
Positive.
no, it's because if you plant a positive seed, you will definitely get a positive tree. So when I feel down or I feel like, you know, I'm off and it's, you know, not a nice feeling, I will ask myself, Linda Wong, is that what you want? A negative tree? Is that what you're growing? Then stop it. Get out of it. And I'm out.
Sharon Tan, is this what you want?
Correct.
Stop it.
Correct.
Yeah, stop it, Auntie.
Enough.
Vitamin
Yes.
P. Positivity.
Positivity.
Okay, let me
yes.
tell you, I want to share this story about when I was during COVID, right? It was the 10th night already. I'm so fed up. I want to go home. I
can
just want to
imagine.
go home. Every time the doctor comes, so when can I go home? When can I be discharged? So the 10th night. So I said, so tomorrow can I go home? So the doctor said to me, because of the extent of damage to your lungs, your acceptable level is 88 to 92 oxygen level. So my oxygen level was 92. So I said 92. Past few days 92. So he says okay, but virus activity level must be less than 3. So I said it's okay. I said it's okay. I'm going home tomorrow. No, ma'am. Listen. It is 3.7 now. It has to be less than 3.
It will be less than 3.
Less than 3, okay? 3.1 also cannot, okay? It must be less than 3. I said, it's okay, I'm going home tomorrow. They said, okay.
Like, these women don't understand English.
Correct. But throughout the night, before I slept, right, I said to myself, enough already. I am so sick of being in a hospital. I'm so done. I am so going home. Tomorrow, I want to hear less than 3, not close to 3, less than 3, okay? Every time when I'm awake, right, that's it, you're going home tomorrow. Enough already, stop it, enough already. We are going home tomorrow. So next morning, 8 something, they all do their rounds. 11 something, ma'am, by the time the processing and on come, right, I think by 2:30 you can be discharged already.
Whoa.
I'm like, yes. So what was my reading?
2 point something.
You?
3.7.
3.7. Must be less than 3.
2.9 lah. The doctor said, yeah, 2.9 let her go lah. I know.
I bet
Very
it's
busy
lower
this
than that.
woman.
She went, don't tell me 1 point something lah.
See, 1. Because the whole night I scolded. I just want to go home.
I want to lose 5 kilo.
That one didn't help though. I want to lose 10, but it didn't help lah, that one.
I want to find my slippers.
Hello, sorry lah, that
Can I
one.
help? I want to find my slippers. Don't lose my slippers.
Because I was so determined to go home.
Isn't it amazing?
I don't even want to see
that
anything
positive
near
mindset
3.
really
Correct.
works. Yeah.
And I said, stop it, enough already. I want to go home, enough. I've had enough. Gao lo, I want to go home.
Okay, people out there, this is your opportunity to ask Linda Wong more questions because I'm sure all those answers that you can get from her is really something.
Yeah, so Auntie's gonna get some of these.
It was a tough journey for you from
Michael? Hi,
Mm.
Michael.
So proud of you. Thank you. Thank you.
We are all
Yes.
very proud of you.
Clancy.
Everyone can be like Linda. Yes, it's true. Everybody can. That's the whole reason why I'm sharing this. I'm here in front of camera.
First time?
Yes, first time. Because I think that it's very important to share.
Yes.
You know you'll be back, right?
Yeah,
this is
really.
not the last
Journey
time,
is
right?
going to help a lot of people.
You're gonna share a lot more.
See, she's getting the hang of it already. Just
Sống lẹ, sống lẹ.
Just now was like,
Okay,
wow,
yeah.
1 hour, very long. Talk about what?
係咯，
Yeah.
講得咁多咩？
There.
You know, we only
15
got like
minutes already,
we only
no?
got 10 minutes left.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes, we have another
Yeah.
Sit
2 or
also
3
like that
sessions.
already.
So yeah, we have Linda. Your self-confidence and positivity makes you able to survive well. Amazing.
Anybody
That's
can.
I know who that is. Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer, for that comment.
Oh, hi, Jennifer.
You are an
Singapore.
inspiration. Okay. From
Thank you,
personal
thank
pieces. And Linda, you are a confident and positivity that gives you
Look at the amount of positive vibes
the
you are
recovery.
giving out
Yeah,
on this
it's
show.
unbelievable.
Wow.
All
right?
of us can be.
So keep dropping your questions through, and we have Ang Po He who says thank you so much for sharing. And
You're most welcome.
Clancy, yeah, with COVID, Linda can still chase her cat in
Yeah,
her
yeah,
house
yeah, I did.
without even feeling breathless. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
No, actually, I knew why I had
Because nothing
COVID.
is
Because when my husband got it, my immunity was very low. My rescued cat just went through an open surgery. So he had to be in a cage and he wasn't used to it. So every hour he'll be crying. So my immunity just dropped because I didn't have enough sleep. I knew that. So when my daughter went to my in-laws' house to stay, we had 3 rescued cats and 1 doggy. 1 doggy plus 1 rescued cat went with my daughter to my in-laws' house. So I'm left with 2, okay? 2 rescued cats. One always bully the other. So they will run up, the third floor. I was already short of breath. I
And you
didn't
were
know.
just chasing
I
them.
didn't can still run up the stairs also. Didn't die. Ping san halfway didn't.
It's Linda Ma.
Correct.
That's why, right?
Yes.
Okay, you want to take this from
Amazing.
Prema?
Prema. We all have choices, don't we?
Yes.
And your choice has always been life.
Correct.
Spot on.
Yes.
And to get the best out of life,
We have to live life to the fullest.
that
All of
mindset
us.
is probably the best lesson today. Way to go, girl!
Way to go for you too.
Yes.
All of us.
Yeah, I'm loving the vibes. There's one more that you can take before we.
Jolene told. Okay, I get very scared when she says something when this Jolene told.
Oh.
Hi Jolene, thank you for coming in. I really thought now I have hope to lose 10 kg if I keep thinking it until Linda
Same.
said it doesn't work.
No, I think when it comes to losing weight, right, you have to work at it. That thinking, I think won't work lah. You eat so much, like me.
I
Okay?
Tomorrow morning wake up, 10 kilo
I'm
cannot
gonna
lah. No
lose
logic.
weight, right?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
Jolene. I
But
think
it's
I'm gonna lose
possible.
weight.
It's possible. And we'll do
I
it,
think
yeah.
if you are diligent and this is what you want and you're so focused, like our dear Selena, she was so focused on getting lose weight. She lost it. 10 kg, darling. 10 kg.
I thought that was
She
like
worked at it.
Eric giving her a love.
And and it was Eric telling me that I'm fat every day. So that helped a lot. That motivated me even more.
So
And
it's
now
it's
he
your
still
focus.
says-
What
yeah.
do you want?
Yeah,
So
the
very
keyword is
obviously,
focus.
the
Focus,
losing
yeah.
weight is not important enough for me, lah.
guess-
Very obviously.
I think you gotta
For
know
Jolene
the,
too, I guess.
Yeah.
You gotta know your why, right?
The
Why
moment
you
I look at food, I already like, ayo, never mind lah. Tomorrow can lah. Today must eat.
I just had 2 packs of nasi lemak. So that
Okay,
doesn't help.
so
But you hit 10 kg.
Yeah, I did.
you want to take this one?
You're amazing, Linda. My mom is a cancer survivor. Wow.
Congrats.
Your mom is a survivor. My auntie from my dad's side is a breast cancer survivor too. I am mindful to do my yearly yes, please do. Please do that. All of us can survive any kind of illnesses that we face, right? It's not a death sentence. It's only your body telling you that, hello, I need attention right now. You have been neglecting me.
something about it.
Yeah, you've been neglecting me. So that's when I learned to be in tune with what my body needed. And I think that's why I recovered fully in that 28 days, because I was so in tune with what my body needed.
Okay, so before we've just got like 5 minutes more to go. You want to take that before I will start wrapping it up
Hi
from
Hannah, Selena and Sharon, do you all do self-examination now? Linda, will you say
Okay,
we must?
I must tell you that I am so very insensitive with the touch, because Dr. Dave just lightly touched only, it's like the lump there. I press like where? So self-examination doesn't work for me, okay, very obviously. Okay, so maybe if you are sensitive, maybe you can, but me tak boleh lah. Really tak boleh.
Really thick skin.
Yeah, very.
But then when Dr. Dave
Dr. Dave just only,
He
Yeah, he just
knows
lightly
what.
touched only. He said, can't you feel the lump? Like, where? Wow, press. Don't have. Then he just like, no, never say
Yeah,
anything
but I
anymore.
think the yearly or 2-year
It's
once kind
important.
of mammogram is important. The minute you go for one, then the doctor will tell you, okay, you come back the next year. Some people has got lumpy breast, so you have to come back on a yearly basis.
Yeah.
Some people basically,
I think
you
that
come
that's
back
the problem.
2 years once.
It's like, to me, it's like, I think lump, but actually it's fat. So it's like, I am already this big, right? So how to
Ask
tell?
Jolene, she can differentiate lump and fat.
Wow.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's another question. If you guys want to know more about self-examination, should we bring people on the show? We have a lot of healthcare partners that we can reach out to,
Yes.
to talk about this. It doesn't stop now. So breast cancer awareness is not just in October. It goes on,
Yeah.
all year round.
Correct.
We don't talk about only women. We talk about men as well. And we definitely would cover another episode. If there's interest, let us know. Drop us a note. So before we go and before we wrap up, any more last comments?
You want to talk about the next event that where we are contributing to the...
No, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Last word of positive advice.
Must make sure that you all go for checkups, okay? Make sure that you get it all cleared. And if it should be not so good news, then make sure that you turn it into good news. Okay, it's you. It's how you're going to make sure that, how you react. It's not something that is going to like, wow, die already, sure die already. No. Good example. Not dead.
That's amazing. So I don't know about you guys, but I have had such an amazing time, and thank you so much, Linda. We're going to do a couple of things, hopefully throughout the rest of the year, to try and raise awareness here, you know, and in our own way, Sharon and myself like to, you know, to give back towards, you know, whether it's some form of charity and to help breast awareness. We will be conducting some form of workshops or even events periodically. Just look out for our page, both Iconic and Choobub as well. And we would like to sort of give back to in one form or another, right? Whether it's education or some sort of charity. So if you want to support us, you know, stay tuned and, you know, look out for us. And let us know if anything else that you want to know pertaining to this topic, that we can always plan for another talk.
Or if you want Linda to be back, just let us know. Wow, see?
We shall make sure we come back.
Linda and I, yeah, stay in the same taman. So after the haze this horrible haze is gone, we gotta.
She's going to make sure that I walk 10,000 steps.
We're gonna go for our walks, you know, and that's my
She's
way
gonna
of.
sit there and make sure you walk 10,000 steps, right?
Oh no! I've got 5 more to go, so we'll do it together. And
Okay.
while I'm doing that, I'm definitely gonna continue, you know, soaking up all the positivity. And the room is
You
filled.
definitely
The
will.
room today is just filled with
Yes.
amazing positivity from Linda. Thank you so much.
You're most
I couldn't
welcome.
say enough of it, but we're so privileged to
Wow.
be here to
I'm the
hear
one.
your list, you know, hear your story and your journey. So Sharon, want to wrap it up?
Thank you, Linda. She's so positive. I just...
Okay, guys, thank you for joining us today. Do us a favor if you've liked the session. I'm sorry about the audio, but we got it fixed. Thanks to Eric at the end and the team. Please help us to share this video for anybody else who is going through it, or you know, if you know of anyone, or just any friends and family, just spread the positivity. Help us share this through, and then we'll hope to see you again soon. Okay, thank you. And
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
We're done.
Oh, that thing.
邊度犀利？ Anybody can do it one, okay?